Joining me now is Michael Wilkerson, founder of a global clean water nonprofit, Stormwall. Michael, it's great to have you on the show. I don't really care what these officials are saying about the water in Ohio. It's clearly not clean, is it? I mean, no one can look at these images and these videos that are surfacing and saying that this water is totally hunky-dory.
It's very clear that it's not clean. It's very clear residents have been watching or complaining about headaches from chemical smells in their homes. Government has said that the air is clear to breathe, but the waters certainly are not. The waterways are not. Reports that the railroad itself was going around town offering people $1,000, but of course that would come with a release and hold harmless to not sue later. I think this is a terrible tragedy for the people of Ohio. I think it's indicative of a better problem. You mentioned Secretary Buttigieg. Let us not forget that it was 2 years ago that the Biden administration, including Secretary Pete, during this process abandoned Keystone XL. Why am I making the connection? Well, it's very, very clear railways are more dangerous than pipelines. They've abandoned a safer option for oil and gas, I'm speaking in particular, for a less safe mode of transportation, which this week's disaster amplifies. So this is going to be a much bigger issue than I think they're giving credit for or taking seriously enough.
It's just a tragedy that in the U.S. today, citizens don't have access to clean water, and our government won't give that to them, but they will send Abrams tanks to Vladimir Zelensky overseas. What in the world is Biden thinking? He first called the governor and said, I'm going to give you aid if you need it. Anything you need, just let me know. DeWine at first stupidly did not request any, but then he did, and that aid was pulled. Why?
So these leaders in this administration have forgotten a simple fact. They're leaders of a particular country, and that country is called the United States of America. The people that they're there to serve are called Americans. They have adopted a globalist agenda, believing that somehow what's going on in the rest of the world and is more important to them than the health and welfare of their own people. We see it in the attack on the middle class. We see this in working class families really suffering. This is example number one of a much broader issue. Our leaders need to get back to serving the population that elected them to begin with.
Yeah, well, that's very clear. Michael Wilkerson, great to have you on the program. Thank you for being here.
Great to be with you.